come on. Oh my god. Wow. What a win. Hi guys, AFC Passion here, back for a match reaction scene. Wow. And I thought you couldn't top last Monday. Well, I think we have. I'd start off by saying, so, sorry for the I'm all over the place still. Sorry for if at times on Imagine Not Being Leeds. Please make sure to check that out if you haven't. And Imagine Not Being Leeds match reaction. Tonight I was kindly invited on it, so thank you, Matty, again. Sorry at times if I was all over the place. It was just one of them games where I've emotion has taken over my ability to speak, and I couldn't speak at all. I was gobsmacked. I was tearing up. Same emotions against Sunderland. So to go through the match, so the starting lineup, obviously Ampadu, who looks like there was rumours throughout the whole day when looking at social media, I did at times that he might be out. It was confirmed by Daniel Fark before the game, and it confirmed in the lineup. He's an ankle injury or a hamstring. I'm not quite sure. It's either. I'm not sure which one it is. So he's missing for 3 weeks, but for a few weeks, sorry. But by the sounds of him running across the touchline, hopefully it's not that bad. Hopefully Ampadu's back soon, which I think we missed in terms of having a leader in that first half. I thought the team setting up. I'm happy to see Solomon. I'm glad that it was just a worry and a concern and nothing major, so that's good to see. We don't want Manor Solomon picking up any more injuries. He's had enough of his issues, not just in his career, but in the season. So yeah, nice to see him. Obviously, the same team and set up that was against Sunderland yesterday. When about last week? Last Monday, it should be. I thought we were poor. I thought massive credit to Sheffield United in that first half. I thought they came out flying the traps. I thought they looked more up for it. I thought the crowd got behind them really good, and I thought that they played us off the park. They completely got in between our midfield and Tanaka and Guerrero at times. That first half looked pressed to pieces. It was just, and I think Sheffield, credit to them. They're up for that. They're up for it in the first half, and Leeds can contain it, and we've seen it a few times this season. Sunderland at home, Sunderland away, where we're caught off at times, and obviously they do score first. And I've seen mixed reviews on the Sheffield goal. Obviously, the own goal by Elan Melier was stroking Melier's way. He's made the save. Campbell's hit it off the post. It's come to play. He's made the save, and then it's gone back in. Is Strouk maybe coming into play and maybe losing concentration? It could be. But yeah, I think for that first half, it was really bad. In my opinion, I thought every cross that was coming in, whether it was from a corner from Sidney Peck, who made some good deliveries in the corners in the first half, he couldn't handle. We know that he kept flapping at him. He couldn't catch, which we've seen this season with Melier not be able to control and command his box at certain times, which is disappointing. Of course, happened a few times. Gurev saved him on one occasion. I think that was to make it 2-0 if it went in. I'm not quite sure. But the warning signs were there for Melier. Oh, I might actually know. Now I remember it. He flapped at one, but it just got away. And after that, I think it was warning signs that he needs to be ready. He needs to be focused. And of course, it did go in. Sheffield going up, fully deserved in my opinion. I thought they did really well on the wings in terms of. What's it called? Harrison Burrows kept Dan James in the first half really quiet. I think he's a really good player. Harrison Burrows, I think he's one of these players who I think can just step up. He stepped up from League One, having abundance. I can't remember actually the number, but abundance of assists last season, and he's on a decent amount this season, and he's really good going forward. He's a good defender, and yeah, he's a good pull for Sheffield United to get him. And I thought he kept Dan James in the first half really quiet. I'm actually reviewed the game more now. Now that I've thought about it a bit more and gather my emotions. But with Leeds fans, emotions are all over the place, especially in nights like this that we've not had too often this season. We used to, I think most games this season seem to do the business in the game early, and they seem to relax. But no, it's last two games have been the best past two games of me all season. The pure emotion, energy, I wouldn't want it any other way. And it's nights like these that we love football as fans. It's the emotions, and yeah, it's incredible. So yeah, on the first half at Sheffield were incredible. Really massive credit to them. And yeah, I thought the last 15 minutes of the first half, I thought Leeds started to come into it a bit more. Manor Solomon having probably the best chances. Near post to Michael Cooper. I think it's a really good keeper as well. I do really like Michael Cooper as a keeper. Again, another massive coup by Sheffield United to bring him in the summer. A few Leeds fans did think that we should have maybe took a gamble and get him at such a low price. So yeah, like I was saying, in the last 15 minutes of the first half, I thought Leeds were the better team in terms of coming into it a bit more. We started to test their fullbacks in. Is it Harry Clark? Yeah, the guy who used to play for Ipswich last season, who got Ipswich motion. Has had a few injuries for Ipswich this season and have sent him on loan. I don't rate him, personally. I think he's still playing in this level. Obviously, some fans might disagree. That's just my personal opinion. I don't think he's a good player. I think he's average. And I think Solomon taught him that. And I think massive. I think also in defence of Harvey Clark, I don't think Ratsaki at certain times did help him at first when Solomon started to get joy. It was near towards like the last few minutes of the first half that Raksaki did start coming back and doubling up on Solomon, and then also watching the overlap of Junior Firpo. Yes, I thought Solomon, he should have squared it, in my opinion, to Perot. He took the touch, cut onto his left, cut back onto his right, and had a shot, and it was an easy save. Cooper, it's poor. He should have squared it. Perot was, who I thought not his fault entirely, was anonymous in that first half because he didn't get service. I think it was like the 30th minute, he had 4 touches and 2 of them from kickoffs. So yeah, we didn't allow. They credit to Sheffield again for marking Perot the first half. Sorry, but no, he should have. Obviously, we're going 1-0 down at half time. Disappointing half. I thought we should have been up for it. In my opinion, get nights like this, massive game. It was a 6-pointer in my opinion, and obviously we should have been up for that first half. I was really disappointed in that first half. Not angry, not disheartened, not slagging off the team as some small percentage of fans do. But I wanted to see more. I wanted to see a bit more drive and desire. And talking of drive, I'll mention that certain player in a minute who do, in my opinion, change the game. First off, Daniel Farke, I thought he was brilliant in the whole game in terms of substitutes, and obviously him being on his ban up in the stands. He did have a radio communicator to speak to the dugout. I think it will mention that apparently he's not allowed one, but I think they must have changed the rules. Because I remember Priestley on Imagine Not, and Matty's Matt Shaw actually mentioned that they changed the rules. They had one for Paul Heckingbottom when he missed when he had his ban for the game against Burnley. He was also doing a radio communication to the Preston dugout. So that's a bit of advantage, obviously, and he was allowed in at half time. And he must have not been happy at half time. I thought the defending was poor, and I thought that they pressed us really high, and it did make us hard to play out at times, and it did Case and Melia going long, and but I did think that I was on Orny Leeds Bros half time review of the first half. I did mention that I think a few of us did mention that we can get something out of this game, and I think it was almost similar to Sunderland in terms of there was a chance we could get something out of this game if we carry on playing the way we are. There is times where Leeds just don't give up. We've had that never say die attitude through the entire season when it has got tough, and it was another moment like that tonight. Obviously, we come out in the second half. The first 10 minutes, for Sheffield started exactly as they did in the first half, pressing on Leeds, putting bodies forwards. And around the, I think it was the 55 minute, which is completely surprising for me so far this season, Daniel Farke did make substitutions. He brought on Joe Rothwell. I think it was for Aliyah Gurev, who I did think had a bit of a 50-50 first half. Saved Eli Melia, but did go hiding a bit. Started to play as the third centre back. We've seen that a few times with Gurev when it has got tough, and it is quite, I'd say, muggy in that midfield. He does like to just bring himself back to the centre back so that he's not in the middle of it, which in some ways it's not a bad thing. We don't want him getting caught. I thought there was actually, before we do actually go on that second half, one thing that I did forget to mention in the first half, I thought the passing was very sloppy. A lot of misplaced passes. We just wasn't at the race in that first half. There wasn't much communication. So yeah, I just wanted to mention that quickly because it was something I just thought of then. The second half, to mention, he does bring on. He makes two. Does he make two substitutes? Yeah, he brings in Joe Rothwell. I'm trying to think of the second substitute. Does he? I think. I think it's just Joe Rothwell. I had a feeling it was someone else. I can't. If someone can remember in the comments down below. But for me, I thought Joe Rothwell, again, made a massive impact and has warranted for me a start on Saturday against West Brom. I think it was brilliant. I thought his driving with the ball, which we've seen many times this season in attacking phases, is pivotal to when they do set up a low block and it's hard to try and thread passes through the tight midfield. We just need that someone with a bit of drive and endeavour, and Rothwell has that in abundance, and he brings something new to that midfield. I think for him it must have been tough personally, being at Southampton, being on a promotion race, obviously beating Leeds in the playoff final, and then having to come back down to the Championship and do it again. It's a massive, and yeah, he's come leaps and bounds. There was people when he did first sign that he wasn't good enough, or that he's not the right player, or that he's not the statement signing. Well, he's making statement wins happen in Sunderland and Sheffield. Huge 2 wins where we've not played our best. We've not been where our cutting edge, but we've dug in and got the wins that are signs of champions. And that was another one tonight. And Rothwell, massive credit to him. Really, really good. I think with set pieces, it's just a massive feather in our cap having that. I remember mentioning again on Imagine Not Being Leeds' match reaction that I don't remember last time we got excited about a corner. I think last season I didn't see much of it because we knew what the outcome was. There's a very small dribble of set pieces that we scored from. I can think of probably a couple on my hand at Ipswich maybe at home, from Strauch, Pirro maybe on one. It's Gruev corner in the Norwich second leg playoff semi-final. It's very small margins and it can win you games, and it helped massively tonight. Obviously the first goal, Dan James, which I think one thing that Wilder did mess up, and he reacted to Daniel Farke's substitutes, was his was bringing on Gus Hamer. As much as Hamer's got quality, I don't rate him. I think he's one of these luxury players who kind of has a free roam, and I think he's had that a lot this season, and he was quite off it in some ways, like he was back at Ellen Road. Didn't trap back, and I think you can't give Dan James space and time on the ball because with his abundance of pace, he's frightening going forward, and he made a great ball in. Obviously, Firpo getting the header to get us back in the game. He did have a chance actually. Before that, he was completely free in the middle between the two centre backs. Excuse me. Obviously, head it over. It was more harder chance. The first one, he was coming onto it, so he couldn't get the right connection and got too much power in it. And then now the cross by James, who I thought, because of Wilder's, I'd say, I won't say bad substitutes, but the wrong substitutes, the wrong tactics he put in place, allowed Dan James to have the space. Obviously with Bogle overlapping, who I thought played really well. In terms of, he didn't go forward as much, which we're not used to with Bogle. We see him ramping forward Dan James in that first half. He didn't do much. So the crowd was on his back due to him being a former player. Excuse me. And yeah, I thought he caught well with the atmosphere, and I thought I think he grew back to his usual self that we've seen all season with Jayden Bogle in that second half. Him and Dan James got that massive connection, a massive I guess just partnership is the right word. And yes, great cross by Dan James, and Firpo, brilliant header, and obviously it's 1-1 then. No, it's not. No, it is. Yes, it is. My apologies, I've got to mix round. Obviously, the second one comes from a corner from Rothwell, whips it in. Firpo gets the assist, and it's Tanaka, the back post, heads it back across goal. It's a really good header by Tanaka. And yeah, the celebrations was brilliant. I mean, wow. It was incredible, and I'm really happy to see the fans' memento. So I heard that Wilder was criticising our fans, saying we didn't sing till the 65 minute. Well, the game's not over at 65 minute, is it, Wilder? But fair enough. You take that with you. I don't know. I don't know. Take that on you with, I guess, at home. I mean, I don't like the guy Wilder. I mean, he's changed. In terms of what he was saying back in 2018, he definitely had a different side of him. He's come out. I think with Leeds fans, we're never going to like Wilder. If he likes us, we think that he's playing mind games. He hates us. We don't like him. But I guess that's what happens when you impact the heart of Leeds United. Leeds United fans don't forgive or forget. Andy Hinchcliffe on the commentary of Sky Sports. I thought I've never heard him say so much positive things about Leeds. Normally he's slagging us off right and centre. I remember one thing that was I thought quite funny. He was trying to get Farke's attention because the commentary team for Sky Sports was next to Farke, and he completely ignored him, which I thought was brilliant. He was trying to ask about a substitute or something. I can't quite remember. But yeah, I don't like Andy Hinchcliffe as well. He's on the same par as Chris Wilder, just both complete idiots. But no, obviously Tanaka with a second goal. I mean, really good header. The ball from Rothwell is absolutely beautiful. And yeah, good head back Furbo. Whether he's looking for Tanaka, I don't really care. It's gone in the net. No fan's going to complain. And then 2 minutes later, we see a rocket, a bolt from the blue, a bolt from Pirot. I mean, wow, he has hit that. But I think Pirot is that player. Obviously, oh wait, I've just remembered the fucking, sorry for the swearing, for the substitute. It was Matteo Joseph and Rothwell he brought on. He took off Aronson, and I remember Dan James mentioned in his interview at the end that Farke did change, and for people saying Farke doesn't change it, well, he does. It wasn't some people saying that it was a false 9. So Pirot, I mean, he was in a little bit. It was probably a 9.5 playing it. He switched to a 4-4-2, and I think Pirot and Joseph do work well together. Excuse me again. They do work well together. I think just obviously, sorry again, God, my eyes itchy. Sorry about this. There we go. I think they work well together, but obviously only having them two available, we don't want to take the risk. And I think Aronson, with his pressing, his endeavour, and his work rate, I thought was a little bit off tonight. I thought he was chasing shadows at times in that first half. I thought that I think they did well to, I'd say eliminate. I guess that is the right word. Eliminate both Pirot and Aronson that first half, and that's just credit to Sheffield United in the midfield and the two centre backs. Of course, Pirot, the third goal, it's a beautiful goal. It's an absolute screamer. It's up there with goal of the season for me. Obviously 15th now. He's level on with Borja Sainz. Sorry again, excuse me, God. He's obviously level on goals with Borja Sainz. I think he's got 6 assists to his name. He's doing really well. Pirot, so 15 goals and 6 or 7 assists. He could get a 30 GA ratio by the end of the season. He's really doing good. I'd see him hit. I think he'll hit 20. I think he will. So obviously only 5 more off it. And yeah, good credit to Pirot. It's a brilliant finish, and we know he has that in his locker. He's not afraid to pull the trigger at certain points. He had a chance early in the second half, where I think it was all 4 of them going forward in Nonto, who I thought did really well coming on for Solomon. He had that chance, good save by Michael Cooper. He had that chance early in the second half where Cooper's seeing where it's going, the space opened up and he tried to hit it. While this one, Cooper was nowhere near it, he could not stop it all. It flew into the net and it was 3-1. Was it flattering? Maybe. Was the scoreline deserved? Yes. Because at the end of the day, just because you don't play well for 90 minutes does not mean you don't deserve to win. You know, we took our chances that we needed to, and that is a sign of champions. You know, we have the never say die attitude in Leeds, and I thought we played really, really well in the second half. And I thought the substitutes, massive credit to Farke, absolutely massive in bringing on the subs at the right time. It wasn't just bringing on substitutions; it was bringing the right players at the right time. I think a lot of us was quite surprised seeing Nonto coming for Solomon. Obviously, I think it's the first time in it must be at least this season that we've seen not Ramazani come on the left and Monto go on the right. We know that he likes Monto on the right, but obviously he changed it up, which is a good thing. And it's nice to see that Fark is adaptable and that he can change, and he's got that kind of, I'd say, swagger about him, that his rules go and he doesn't matter. He knows obviously Max Verbil's back in the bench, which was very surprising, unless he's come back and very, very quickly. I remember Fark saying it must have been in the Sunderland conference that he wasn't back till March into after the international break. So, and I thought it was what's it called? I thought it was a TV error. I know Sky Sports do that at times, but no, he was on the bench, and I guess that's a good thing. I think it'd be very hard to break back into that defence, but it's nice to have that depth on the bench, and maybe in a game where, maybe on West Brom, where maybe we're winning early on to see out the game, maybe bring Warburton for the last 15-20 minutes just to give players rest and to get him a bit of match fitness, a bit of match sharpness as well. Sorry again if this been all over. It's just a massive win, and it's very hard to put into words of how the match has gone because none of us expected it. It does give me vibes of Leicester last season. It really, really does. Of course, scoring late, not playing the best for, I'd say the first half. I thought I said first 60 minutes we'll go with. Of course, it was a little bit later on in terms of the Leicester game where it was from about the 70th minute we started playing well. But no, football's a fickle game at times, and it's hard. And for Sheffield United, they won't be happy. Obviously, 5 points clear now. Massive, massive statement. It needed to be. I think in the first half, none of us, I think, would have all laughed in our faces if we got told that it was 3-1 at full time. It didn't look like it, but there you are. Football surprises you, and it's the kind of wins that as fans we love. The wins of limbs, of just pure joy and pure admiration for the club that we love. This has been my review. It's been a little bit longer than normal reviews, but I've had a lot to say and that's saying something because I didn't know what to say. If you do like my channel, if you like what I do, I am probably next season going to probably start doing more different videos. I'm only starting just to get me, I guess, the confidence in YouTube, in match reactions and previews. I will do a preview for the West Brom game. I'll probably do it, since we're playing Saturday, I'll probably do it either Thursday or Friday. If you do like this video and like the rest of my videos, please do smash a like and comment down below on any future videos you'd like me to do. If you don't mind, if you haven't already, please do subscribe. It does mean a lot more than people think. It gives me confidence that people like what I'm doing, and it shows that people enjoy my videos. And if that's a bonus for me, so I love talking about Leeds, as every other content creator on YouTube does about Leeds or about their football club, and having people enjoy it, I think it is an absolute bonus, and it shows that maybe I'm doing something that is worthwhile and something that's good. Thank you again to the only Leeds bros, Imagine Not Being Leeds, in Matty, who's become a great pal of mine, for letting me on their shows. It's a massive pleasure just to be on show talking about my love. And I could talk about Leeds all day, and to do it with other people is an absolute bonus. Enjoy your night, guys. Top of the league, we're top of the league, we're Leeds United, we're top of the league, Wilder is a wanker, come on. See you on the other side.